This is going to be a drill you can scale from beginner to more advanced, training your vision, training your ability to see what types of position your opponent is to throw which types of punches, see them telegraphing punches so you can understand kind of what might be coming or what's likely to be coming before it happens, so you can be more defensively responsible, you can counter more. Because kind of a misconception that a lot of beginners have is that every punch that someone throws that like the pros are dodging, they're actually like reacting to it. A lot of it is pre-positioning and doing reacting in a way that corresponds to multiple types of offenses. Like if someone throws a left, if they're in position, throw a left jab and a left hook to the head, they'll do something that evades both of that, like weaving under. Whereas they're not like specifically knowing like whether it's going to be a jab or a hook beforehand, or even if their opponent's going to throw, it could be a fake, or they might not throw anything. But they do something that corresponds to all of it. So to train that, you can actually train this. You can do this in a mirror, but it's much better with a partner for reasons you'll realize are obvious once I explain the drill. You're going to have one partner just put their hands across their chest, and to start off, you're just going to have them throw a punch with their body and really over-exaggerate the mechanics of it, right? So, like I'm here, I'm going to throw a right cross without my arms. So, right? And then maybe they throw like a right uppercut, and then maybe they throw a left uppercut and a left hook and a left jab, right? Some punches like this, you're going to go one at a time, and you're going to tell them, they're not going to tell their opponent what punch they're throwing. They can at the beginning if they just want to get them to see what mechanics it is, like very first step. So once they've run through like those 5 or whatever, but then they're going to pick one and ask their opponent, what was that? And in that case, that was a right uppercut, right? And that's just to get to see, like, what does my opponent's body look like from feet to head when he's throwing something? What does his shoulder look like? What does the rotation of his body look like? And what are the nuances? Because you will pick up on these things. You'll also pick up on the ranges that certain punches can be thrown at once you scale this a little bit more difficult. Because after you do like one at a time and you're going to go back and forth, then you'll progress to doing like combinations, like just like 1-2, or like, and then you can do it moving, mixed in with nothing, right? And you'll just keep asking your partner, what punch am I throwing? And until they get it down, but you got to vary it. I mean, you can kind of customize this drill as you see fit. It's fairly straightforward what I'm doing here. And then to make it harder than that, you'll actually get in the ring with somebody, and one person will be doing this, and you'll have the person actually react defensively to each punch, and then you would ask, did I get that right? Like, what did you throw? And you'll see if you did it correct. And then you'll start to realize, okay, well, like things like the left hook and the left jab, they look quite similar, little different, but I'm exaggerating it, but quite similar. So what defense corresponds to both of those? Oh yeah, I remember. Weave underneath. Okay. And then you realize, okay, so I'm not wrong, and that would still keep me defensively responsible. And then you could do like a full speed like spar with it, but probably still like full speed, but like with like individual combinations. Stop, reset, ask the questions, make sure you get it, and then keep doing it. And, you know, you can also film this and watch it afterward. Why I said doing it in the mirror is not so good is because you're looking at yourself. You know what you're going to throw, so it's hard to tell if you're making an accurate assessment, and you know what your own punches look like, because you're going to notice that there's a lot of variation in people, and they have different tells or different telegraphs. I'm using the poker terminology because I used to be a poker player. But, and because their limb lengths are different, their stances are different, all these things are going to play out differently. You know, even a jab, like the flicker jab that like Muhammad Ali throws, right? It's a lot different than like a straight jab, and that's a lot different than like a Tyson up jab, right? But if I mirror those with my body, there are slight nuances. It's going to be very hard to detect, even if I exaggerate it. But there are nuances, and if you get advanced enough, you can detect those. I mean, I'll show you, like a flicker jab. Like the nuance here is that I'm a little bit more bladed, right? Instead of being here, that's about it, right? And I might, to give my opponent a hint, like go into like a Philly shell defense, and then do it, and then come back. Like, you can give them little hints if you're clever enough to do so. Then for like a regular jab, looks like this, and a Tyson up jab, right? Like be more squat down, and I'm moving my torso more. And it's going a little bit more that direction, so my eyes, probably can't see that from there, but my eyes are looking in a different direction. Bunch of different considerations. They're all very nuanced when you get to that level. But that's what you want to be able to do. Because I don't know if I mentioned this already. I might have, so I might be repeating myself because this is not the first take I've done this video. But a lot of beginners, they get the misconception in their head that when fighters are reacting to punches or they're dodging punches in a fight, that they know they're reacting to each punch, or sometimes they're like, what? They must know beforehand, which is a little bit more accurate, but they don't exactly know. They know what are likely to be thrown and what positions are safe. So that's kind of an answer to that question and how you can actually train it in a drill form. Because you'll learn this just naturally over time, but if you wanted to train it specifically, that's how you do it.